What's the story behind Come Out, Rhino, wherever you are, and what was your artistic inspiration?
So what was the story behind Come Out, Rhino? Well, look, the sculpture started all the way back in 2018 in an amazing sculpture event called Sculptures by the Sea. So Come Out Wherever You Are was our entry for that year. And it was more than just rhinos, because the original version, we had about 3 or 4 different animals popping out of the ground.
Very true. And with that amazing children's game, Hide and Seek, as our inspiration, we really wanted to make a point at how many different animals were actually having to hide away because of humans.
True.
This game that children all over the world love gives us feelings of joy and safety. But that's not how these animals feel, unfortunately. Because of our actions, animals such as the rhino need to hide from us to survive. We have hunted rhinos to near extinction, all for our own selfish gains. True. We are so incredibly privileged to get to see the last 3 northern white rhinos left on the planet. And then sadly, the lovely male Sudan passed away. That was really tragic, wasn't it?
The worst.
It's a very, very horrendous story, yet a fantastic example of what can happen to our entire species if we just sit back and do nothing. After meeting them, we vow to do everything in our power to share their story and make sure that no other species reach such a critical state.
True. So look, this sculpture is our way to inspire people to change this narrative, isn't it? So look, everyone out there, that's including you, be it human or animal, has the right to feel safe, more important than anything else. And look, we want to call out these hiding places and welcome these animals into a world with open arms. And this is our call to everybody to treat living things with love, with kindness, and hope to create a better world.
Exactly. And this sculpture, just like all of our sculptures, requires a lot of research. We really wanted to make sure that the rhino was accurate as possible and portrayed in a very realistic light. And that's because it makes the message stronger. With people looking into the eyes of a very lifelike rhino, rather than anything cartoony or abstract, they can really connect. And connection's the key. And the realism that we were trying to achieve also helps to show that this is a very real situation and the rhinos really, really need our help.
So our research, where does it start? Well, it's in Africa. We go to Africa and we feel so privileged that we can do that. And then we get very, very close to those rhinos. In fact, where in some cases we're touching them. And that allows us to really sort of study how they move, how they behave. And with that, then we take lots and lots of reference photos, like so many. And then we do sketches, and then we study more. And all this comes together so we know how to really create this rhino so it looks like it's a breathing, living animal, right?
It really is. It's a very, very long journey. Look, we love every moment of it. We've been so excited about this. And our mission is to spread the message of conservation as far and wide as possible. We think it's fantastic that our rhino can spread this message such a long way. Now, so many more people will get the opportunity to learn about rhino conservation and become inspired, hopefully, to consider their own actions and how they can make a change for the better. It's always a logistical challenge to move something this large, such a long distance, but it's worth it.
So is there anything else we'd like to share about this sculpture? Well, look, absolutely. We've been eco-warriors for years, and it's really everything that we do in our art and what we believe in. So we hope that when people see these sculptures, they take the time to learn about the animals. And that's like so important to us. We want to encourage people to fall back in love with nature. And especially those that live in big cities, because they just don't see animals. In this sculpture, the rhino is popping its head out of the manhole, and it's in a very, very urban element. So the idea is to remind people who live in these cities who don't necessarily see wildlife every day, that these animals still are so important. And even on the other side of the world, they need our love and they need our help.
Absolutely. It's so important that we find a way to reconnect, not only because wildlife is beautiful and amazing, but because we can't survive without it. And in our opinion, the natural world is one of the greatest ways to find joy in life.
It's true.